Hello, everybody. So, I'm super excited about today because I feel like the designs came out super well. It's very Kirks Folly inspired, if you couldn't tell already. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to show you. There's going to be a lot of riveting. Some of it's harder, some of it's not as hard. We're going to go through all of them. And we can probably start with, like, easiest to hardest, and then you guys can get, like, the feel. So, and that's how I would do it if you're going to do these projects. Start with the easiest ones first, and go to the hardest ones. But overall, it's really not that hard. It's just mostly, like, getting the right angle. So if you do it as I do it, it's going to be easy.
Do you want to put up our
watermark? Yeah, the watermark. So, we'll be doing some riveting. We're going to do some painting. I found a very, very amazing color combination for you guys to be able to use going forward, which is just two colors that you could mix together, and I really love it. It's very beautiful. And then we're gonna flatten some stars. We're just gonna really like have fun with changing our materials and combining them.
And I feel like you've used a lot of natural brass today, which we haven't done that in a while. We've kind of focused on some solid brass, and I thought that was fun because the colors do present a little bit different depending on what the base metal is.
Yes, they really do. Yes. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of that stuff.
Connie and Lynn and Janet and
Kathy said, Happy Friday the 13th. It is Friday the 13th. Yeah, because everybody said that it was going to be Friday the 13th before it was Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So
I don't even know. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, you guys. I am not ready. Who is ready for Valentine's Day? Because it is not me. Not at all.
I don't think anybody is.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys like prepare well in advance kind of people, and do grand gestures on Valentine's Day? I feel like because my anniversary is always in February, one of them suffers. Either you get a good Valentine's Day or a good anniversary, because I just don't have that much bandwidth to come up with two really good things.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember you'd always get down like for Valentine's Day and Father's Day, it's like a tie, socks. Really basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then Dad will always get you like the heart chocolates.
Yeah.
I always looked forward to this time of year specifically for those heart
because
chocolates.
He would give me the candy and I would always share.
And then we would get some of it. And it just felt so special. I remember being a kid, anytime you get, like, somebody had one of those, like, boxes of chocolates.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the most special thing
with all the labels.
And I'm like, oh, they have, like, the little, and then the little designs and the different flavors. I'm like, oh, this is so exciting.
My dad would always get my mom the Werther's box. And it was like yellow and long, and it very much is a core memory because it was every year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those chocolates though that Dad got for like Christmas from the one guy, those were really good though.
Oh yes, those were
like,
yummy,
extremely good.
Like super gourmet.
Maybe you should get those for him.
Oh yeah, but I don't know how would I find out where they came from? I don't have the box. Who has a photographic memory and looked at it? I can ask Xavier. He might have remembered because he ate most of them.
Yeah, he also did eat most of them. I vaguely remember because it had like the QR code on it. If I saw it again, I would know it was that.
It looks like Welcome Jean is popping in here and wishing us a happy Valentine's Day as well. Should we give everybody a little bit of an overview of the jewelry designs?
Yeah, we can do that. Also, I have another question. After you guys are done answering the Valentine's Day question, I want to know, are you guys good under pressure or bad under pressure?
Ooh.
So, like
does it
when
bring
you're
out
designing,
your best attributes?
Like, do you, like, for designing, like, if you are under a lot of pressure for design, does it come out good, or is it terrible experience for you? Because this week, I was having, like, the roughest week, and I was crying, and then I, like, busted out all these designs at once.
I was like, oh, these are so good.
Yeah, and you're like, you must just do really well under pressure. really brings out that creativity.
Yeah. I think it can be cathartic. I think when I'm experiencing burnout, I feel like I don't do well. But if there's a deadline and I'm not burnt out, then I think that can like push you to become better or do something you wouldn't have normally done.
Yeah.
For sure.
For me, it's more like this is if it's something else besides like jewelry or stuff. If my stress is from somewhere else, I feel like I'm like, well, at least I can do this well, and then I do it like 10 times better than normal.
Sure, I think so. Under pressure, not necessarily design pressure, but pressure in general, probably.
Yeah.
And or deadlines.
Yes.
Some people are super like they push it as close to the deadline as possible, and then they get their inspiration, and then other people really don't like having
they
a
really
deadline.
Can't handle
and
that.
so they're like, oh man.
I'm more like, I will do it as far in advance as possible, unless
Yeah.
I'm in a schedule where it's like, and then I can't.
Yeah.
So, but let's do our little overview here as everybody talks about that, so you guys have something engaging besides the amazing jewelry, of course. So I have this really ornate necklace, so many drips, beautiful check glass bead, these super cute pearl butterflies. What are they? What are these made out of? What did you say they were?
They're just like a pearl. Like you would make an antique, vintage faux pearl, and then they have that pearlescent coating on them, just like the other pearls that we did. They were in that same vintage batch of pearls that we got, and we happened to find enough to do the mixes with them.
Yeah.
So I was really happy
cute.
that we found, like, I don't know, enough to do like 14 kits, and you get 2 of them in the bead mix. So they're just really cool and special.
Lots of hammered stars. These ones aren't hammered though. I think every other stars of these blank stars are hammered though. You can see I use the iridescence a lot. You can see some of that really beautiful color combination I made there. But this is the necklace, and these are the earrings here. We flatten these ladies. Let me move this up. We flattened these ladies. We did this bracelet here, which I'm super excited to show.
I agree, Lisa. She said, love the moon and butterfly. I think that is just... it's my favorite thing that you did, even though I love all of it.
Oh, Kat from YouTube said she does better when she has a deadline.
Yes. I feel like that happens for some people.
I think it depends what it is for me.
We should probably call out, we've got a Whitman's. Yes, that is definitely the one. So we've got Kat and Jeremiah, and I don't know how to say this other one. But welcome, whoever's watching on YouTube.
We have our piece here. This one's pretty easy. This is our easiest rivet of the day. It's super easy. And then these stars hammered, a little bit of paint.
I think your camera may have gotten pushed over a little bit.
Moved it to a different piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also have these cute little earrings, which I did not make these. My mom made these. So she added these, and she's going to show you this cool technique here with the bead cap.
I thought it would be fun to do just one complete kit. So since most of these you're going to buy as bundles so that you can use the inspiration and do what you want with the products.
But that is our quick little sneak peek. So you guys can get a feel for what we're going to do.
I feel like this piece, though, the cherub riding the dragonfly, Wendy found that for us. And it is, do you want to show them just the piece by itself for a second? So cool.
I need to move this up. Bear with me for a second.
Stephanie says, Ainsley, you did some beautifully fairy-ish designs today. Yeah, and I agree, Chris. The cuff is so beautiful, and I would not have thought to do that.
That is him.
But he is so cool. There's enough to do the bundles today, and then I am keeping the rest. I'm not sending them to HQ so that we can use him again. Because we've got him in mirroring in some of the things. So I think that will be a fun design to do in the future where you've got the left and the right. But I think your butterfly necklace with the cherub on the dragonfly, that one is the most Kirks Folly feeling, right? Most specifically that design style, and the other ones are a little bit of a departure.
Yes.
Mostly because they feature a lot more natural brass.
Yep.
Leslie says, love the designs today. Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie. And of course, guys, I have yerba today. But when I was grabbing this out, guess what happened? I dropped it.
Dented it.
She's seen some things. Like my leg and my arm and the ground. Did not feel good.
Like bounced on you? Bounce?
Yeah, because I was grabbing it out, and I was holding something else. And when I was like pushing it, it came out of my hand, and so smacked my arm, smacked my leg, and then the ground and rolled away. It's not very pleasant.
Okay, well, what do we want to... So you said you're going to start with the more simple riveting things first.
Work our way up.
Okay. So we'll warm you up. We'll start with less complicated and more complicated.
And maybe we should pop up the kits first, though.
Okay, sure, yes.
So I'm going to pop up our bead mix. This is the Fairy Flight Accent bead mix. Super inexpensive, so I would definitely grab it up. It probably won't last very long.
Yeah.
At that price point.
Yeah.
So
that does have the vintage. These are actually all vintage elements in here. And it does have the two pearls, pearlized butterflies. So you could choose to put it in the necklace, or you could make an earrings or a cute little pendant, or use it as a charm. Oh, Stephanie, Kirks Folly is a designer. And if you like very whimsy, holiday-inspired
a lot
pieces.
Of moon faces and cherubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, lots of cherubs. Things like you'll notice a lot of vintage elements because these toolings are the same, right?
Yes.
They've been around for hundreds of years. They're the same toolings. They're really great inspiration if you like whimsy.
Yeah.
So Google it and you will see a lot of really super inspiring things.
So that's cart 100. We also have this kit here. Which one is this one? This is the necklace. Okay. So that's going to be cart 102 for this one.
So which one is it?
The necklace and earrings. With those
so
components.
So this is all of the main components that you need to make.
Not everything. You'll have to add chain findings and the bead mix.
Right.
But
so it just makes it a little bit more economical for you guys to use the findings that you already have, or just pick up a few things rather than doing a full kit. And you can remix it.
And I'm sorry that code is not correcting itself. It's being the codes are being kind of funky. Oh, there it goes. Finally changes. So there's that one. That's cart 102. Yeah, it's being a bit delayed. And then our other one is going to be cart 103, which has that cherub in it and the butterfly and some more stars, of course. And then, another component, which will show you how to break that up.
So also, I know a lot of you guys like to shop straight through the website to make sure you can use your points during checkout. Just go to vintage.com and then you'll see the banner at the top. I've been trying to do this where you can see, you can just click on that and it'll take you to the new category.
And also just a reminder that the Carter system is only for Facebook. It won't work on YouTube, so don't try, because it doesn't have Facebook Messenger for it to be sent to. So there's that. And then we also have our earring kit, which I will just show you those earrings once again really quickly. Double zoom in here.
Yep, and that's the only complete kit of the day. That one's easy. I had to give Kieran a break, honestly, because he kits all the stuff, and I'm just like,
and we do try to keep it somewhat simpler for them.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we'll spoil you guys.
That Corian just did at the warehouse sale. She just did a couple of combo kits, the complete thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, to take the burden off them for this week, I figured we'd only do one simple one that's a complete kit. And the other one's inspo.
Yep. Super beautiful though. That's cart 101. Alright. And then let me take that off. And then also we do have the paint as well. This is a set of 7.
Are you just on you right now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold this. So, really great color combinations. You'll want to pull these guys out to work with today. And I'm gonna show you that really beautiful green color.
Right, so a lot of you already have the antiques, so you'll be able to use the color combination really well. That's really kind of like appealing, the bottoms of the bottles. You can see all the like shimmery color, rainbowy, and very like ethereal feeling.
Yeah, so those are there as well, and I will tell you what those colors are when we do our painting later. Just give me a second to get to my other view here so that we can get working on our stuff. So I'm gonna pull these off. I need you to adjust the camera a bit.
Sure, yes. As soon as I see kind of where you're at in there, I will do that.
Okay. Zoom out a bit for you guys. So we're going to start off with this simpler one. And I will show you what to do here in a second. But first things first is we do need to flatten this butterfly out. Super easy to do this. Takes 2 seconds. Wow, so hard.
So you used the 8-ounce hammer for that, right?
Yeah, it's just a bigger surface area to flatten it. Then at this point, I try to line it up to where I want it to be. I do have it slightly curved. And you'll kind of notice, I'll bring this guy over here so you can look. We keep this gap here, and this little swoop here, you can see a little bit of the wing in that gap. So if you want to get it pretty close to what I did, that's kind of what you're looking at. And then you have a little bit of this here as well. But first thing I do before that is actually go in with my hole punch. So give me a second to find that because there's so many tools over here. And when I did my hole punch, you'll notice it's basically on these stars. So I have one on his star by his butt, and I have one just next to the star up here. So I just hole punch there and there. And then we'll use our little Sharpie in a second.
Do you need me to find that, or you have it? Oh, you already got it over there, huh?
And we'll mark underneath the other one so we can get it pretty accurate, at least for one of them.
I love the little concentration face that you get when you're punching. I notice that I do that. I like really clench down my jaw, like when I'm punching. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. So now we have our 2 holes here, and I'm going to loosely get it lined up. We only really need to mark one, and I will show you why in a second. So I'm just going to get it lined up the way I want it to be.
I am wondering,
This
did
is gonna be
you
pretty
guys
close.
did you guys get the text reminder today about the event?
I'm just going to go with my Sharpie. It's better if you have a super fine tip one, but we don't because somebody dried it out.
Sorry guys, you know what? I noticed at my home studio I did that too.
Yeah.
My brain is not braining lately. Too many things to
So
create.
I'm just going to mark that. Doesn't matter if it gets on your piece, your rivet will cover that if you're using like a larger Sharpie like I did. And then we're going to do our hole punch for that one.
Okay, Kathy said yes, she got the text.
And then we will do the other one as well in a second. But first, I'm going to take my rivets out here. And I'm going to put it through the other one, and this is why I didn't do my initial hole punch. But first, before I even do that, I do need to bore these out with beadle a little bit so that they fit. Just to make sure that we can get them in there.
I was thinking too, what might be fun, because on the weeks that we do the exclusive kits from here, we're always shipping something back to HQ. So I was thinking it might be fun for us to do some sort of giveaway of some of the pieces that we used during the live.
Yeah, that would be cool. Then I'm just going to thread this through this one. This one. And this is why we did this. Because we're just going to be able to go through once we have it lined up where we want it and hole punch the other side, and it'll be in the perfect spot without having to worry about, did I line it up perfectly, did I get it crooked, because otherwise then you might have to like fix it or something. So definitely go about it this way, and then hole punch it once you have it exactly as you want it. That's looking pretty good to me. And then just gonna hole punch through.
So drop a heart if you guys think we should do a giveaway.
And then we'll need to bore this other one out that we literally just punched. Okay. Oops. Sometimes I find it easier to use my pliers to pick this stuff up.
Yeah, getting the rivets to handling them can be a little tricky for sure. Yeah, so I'm thinking we will do the same metric that the warehouse does, which is love reacting on the video. So.
Okay, and this one's a little snugger. I probably could have bored it out more, but that's fine. It went through, so I'm just gonna push it down with my pliers. I don't mind if it's snug like that personally. And if there's a little bit of a gap, I would just like bend them to be closer together to get it a little bit more flush. Now at this point, all we're gonna do is we're gonna hammer. I'm gonna take my smaller hammer. It doesn't need to be the smaller one. It's just, I think it's a little bit easier to work with.
4 ounces.
And
nice.
So I'm just gonna use this rounder tip to mushroom the top out. I'm gonna do that on each of them, and then we're just gonna flatten them. And it's a lot easier to do. The other thing too, guys, it's a lot easier to do when you don't have it so far away. And the way that we have our lights, it's a really good view for me, but it's a very it's a very good view for you, very shadowy view for me. Oh. And so I'm like, what am I looking at exactly?
Wait, you took your glasses off though.
It doesn't help the shadows, right?
Yes.
And then we can just use our flat side, get some really good contact there. Pete. Pete.
I think this class is a really good primer for...
Look at that. And it's super easy to accomplish this.
Looks so good too. Okay, so can I say that I really didn't know when I was trying to adjust that bracelet which side was the cap side? I really couldn't tell because of the way that just seals in so nicely. Yeah. So good.
So that is our first one, and this is our level 1 for today.
So I think what we may do for the giveaway today is actually give away some of these sample pieces like this riveted piece, and maybe some of the other kind of half-done things.
Oh, and you will need to hole punch one more time, actually. Because he doesn't come with 2 hole punches in the wings. So you just hole punch in the wing over here, but that's really easy. I'll just do it right now for kicks and giggles. Now he's done. Well, besides painting. And I actually did paint it afterwards, but feel free to paint it before, as long as you just let it to dry for quite a while so it doesn't accidentally chip off or something. Mm-hmm. Make sure to flatten the butterfly first, though, before you paint it.
Mm. Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to do our level 2, but we're going to have to prep our pieces first for this. And I'm sure that my mom wants some of these pieces for herself so she can have a bracelet. So we'll just do them all for kicks and giggles too.
Okay.
And then I'm going to first take the easiest.
I did set some of those things out
I
for
didn't
you.
realize.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough of them in there, but I did set out quite a few.
And so for this piece, we do need to clip off our ring here. And just use our file really quickly to get that to be nice and smooth. So we're just going to file this. Make sure we don't accidentally have any rough ends poking us. Keep it nice and comfortable. Now it's nice and clean, and we're just going to hammer it from here. I'm using the larger hammer again because more surface area. Pull this back a little bit so we can get a little bit of an angle for you guys to see that. I'm just gonna flatten like so. And that's super easy. We're already done with flattening it. Voila.
I think this piece really transforms when you hammer it too.
It love does. It has a very different feel to it.
Creases that it still maintains in there. Super cool.
I'm going to set that aside so that we can do our other 2 stars. We're going to do some clipping and filing for these as well.
Oh, welcome, Peggy. So nice to see you here. She says Mom was planning on taking this ready-made bracelet. I might swipe it for myself. Have to pry it off of Ainsley's wrist first, though.
She'll just have to paint it.
Yeah.
I'll make this one and she can paint it. So, I'm going to get these a little more cleaned up here so I don't have to file as much, but we're just clipping that loop off. And filing. Really get this to be nice and clean. And if you have one of your stars that you want to be slightly lazier with, that's fine because you're going to be able to tuck it into behind your other star.
So Corian said that she can tune in near the end of the live to run the giveaway for us.
Perfect.
To choose it for us.
Perfect. It's been a while since we've been able to do that, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think...
See her.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that one, and repeat for the other one. That off there.
Let me know if you need me to grab out any more volume of stars or other pieces.
Yeah, we're good for now. Also, I think I had these nails last time, but I don't know if anybody said anything about them. These are my Valentine's nails.
I think they're so cute.
See this? This is why it's Valentine's. My Valentine is myself.
Hey, I mean, I think everybody
I love
has been in that
myself.
situation, right? Oh, do you want to pause for a second and put up Corian's comment from Vintage?
Yeah. To enter the giveaway, Love React the Live demo. Must have an open order on Vintage to claim. So just remember, if you don't have one, make a little purchase. Maybe make that bead mix purchase just so you can get in there and it be acceptable. You have to have it open to be able to win. So.
Yes. So, and we are going to be giving away some of the demo pendant pieces already riveted together from today. So, really great, exclusive things. And we'll probably grab a few other coordinating sweepings too to make a little ensemble for you guys.
Yeah. So, just make sure to do that. Double check these with my finger. We're not splicing my hand open, so I think we're good. Okay, now I'm going to take both of my hammers this time. And we're going to use both of them. I find it makes the coolest texture to use both of them. I'm going to start with my smaller hammer first, and then we will use the bigger one. And I'm going to move this off, otherwise it's going to go flying or something. Just getting some nice cool pattern indents in there.
fun to watch Ainsley hammer things because
There she goes.
there she goes.
This happened to me last time. The stars are so small. But I don't want to tape them down because I can't see the texture.
I will look for that.
It's right there.
Oh, you
It's right there by the cord. You literally have your hand over it.
oh. No wonder I couldn't see it. I'm like, wheeling around like 3 blind mice over here.
This is why I'm trying to be more careful, is because when I was doing this, they're going flying.
So usually what I do, and I haven't smacked my finger a time or two, is I just hold like the very tip of it with my
I was
fingertip.
holding it, the tip of it. Okay.
But it's dangerous to do that.
I did my first hammer. We're going to do our second hammer. You don't have to do this one a bunch. I already started the texture. I'm just going to do a few in here. And I find it gives it a really cool, interesting variation to it.
Different sizes.
So there's our first texture. We're going to repeat with our other star. Small hammer again.
Thank you, Cheryl. She said, love the star's transformation is beautiful.
Thank you.
It's what takes something from being just assembled and makes it very artistic and handmade.
So far.
Thank you guys for being so supportive of each other. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Plus, if you had a bad week, you can really take your aggression out on these stars. Bam, bam, bam.
I'm not a very aggressive person. Like I don't get mad easily, guys. I don't really get mad easily. I get sad or disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I might yell if I'm sad, but like I'm just sad still.
Yeah.
I'm not even angry.
Do you feel like a punching bag or anything is cathartic though, or hammering is cathartic? Does that help you?
The
like,
only thing that
release?
gets me angry is like serious injustices,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be pissed off.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, in my head,
Watch out.
In my head, I'm talking exclusively about really bad things, guys, like really horrible crimes against humanity. This is what I'm doing to those people.
It's a good thing you don't have telekinesis, right?
They'd probably be gone already. Okay.
Oh, showa.
We did that. We're gonna take, are we going to use any of those butterflies, or are we going to leave it without it?
What's that?
Butterfly and dragonfly.
I think because, well, do we have a little? I might have some extras here. Do you want me to look for them really quick?
Yeah, we can look for it.
I don't think, and I can go in and paint this later, so don't worry about pre-painting anything that you're riveting together.
Yeah, I
'Cause
didn't.
I think
didn't pre-paint anything.
Anything. You just did it later.
I just did it later.
Let me look. I think I've got some little dragonflies in here.
While she does that, I'm just going to punch this right in the center. This one's easy because we have a little guide for us to be able to do it, but let me actually be able to see this very well.
The teensy dragonfly here. Little bees. Don't mind me while I'm saying out loud what we've got. I'll try not to do that.
Yeah, guys, it's a secret. Our stashes are exclusive knowledge.
No, I'm just saying it might be a little distracting for you trying to,
No, it's fine. This one's a little bit harder. Just, you can measure it, or you can be like me and guess. Because I can't be bothered.
Just know that I'm not looking at your comments right now. Ah, I found some.
Perfect.
Yay. So I think on this one, maybe do 2 of these, since we want to make sure that we have enough of those teensy butterflies.
We're just going to do 2 of these. Normally, we would do the butterfly, but like, That's
need to
apparently
make sure-
a very popular item.
We need to make sure we have enough for your variety packs, and we've got a bag of them here, and I know they're out of stock at the warehouse.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to get these butterflies anytime soon before they get restocked in who knows how long, you're gonna have to get them today.
Yeah.
So
Well, the only one comes in the mix, so.
well, to be able to even do this project,
Yes.
you have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
able to get the bundle.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. Do another little.
I should have kept the ones from you could have riveted the ones that we had at the house.
At the
that I
house,
removed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Say lovey.
Guys, I didn't know that we had such low stock of the butterflies because it was just on the regular website. It showed it in stock and didn't show low quantity. And so I just was using them right and left. We had to replace a bunch of pieces.
You can do one. Let's do the exact. Let's do the exact one. Yeah, because I do have a little. I've got a couple at home that we can slide in there.
Okay, so we have this guy. You will just cut off the top here. We don't need this. We don't need this. We're just gonna file at this point.
These sections where there's no talking, you can almost like use it as like ASMR. The file sound.
All right, and this is also pretty important. You'll notice that this isn't centered on him. That is for a reason, just to make sure we can get it tight into here. So just make sure when you hole punch him, you're doing it a little bit closer to the bottom of him, not the center. I'll do that right now, and I will show you it in a second here once I get it lined up, because this is the... Man, it's just so shadowy and so hard for me to see because it's so shadowy.
Would it help if I brought this light a little closer, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe it's just like your phone's creating a little bit of a shadow, and for sure.
Have him lined up. We're gonna hole punch him. Pull him off. And he's towards the bottom now. And then we're going to repeat the same thing. His hole punch is going to be in the middle of his body, but we do need to clip off the top again. File that down once we have it clipped off nicely. Nobody is getting scratched today.
It can be a little bit of a tedious thing to get rid of sharp edges, but it's so worth it. You guys, when I was trying to, since we didn't have very many of these teensy butterflies and I needed to make sure that we had enough for the kits, I had to unclip one of Ainsley's rivets, and I was like, they were on there like permanently. Like it fused itself with the metal. I had to bore it out with a hole punch, the screw down hole punch to fix it. So like her riveting skills are no joke. Let me tell you, it's not coming off.
And then just make sure to do this right in the center. I'll show you that in a second as well.
So if you guys are wanting to enter the giveaway for today. Make sure you heart react to the video itself, not just put it in the comments. Because that is what Corian will be looking at when she does her spinny wheel near the end of the live.
And reminder, every single one of these is going to get the bead all. They all need it.
No, I have it. Okay, you got one?
Yeah. So we're just going to make sure that we
Indispensable tool, guys.
use this guy.
And I would suggest if you're getting any of these bundles, buy a pack of rivets as well.
Yep.
Unless you've got them stockpiled at your house already. But
We do use them a lot, so you might as well.
yeah, might as well. Because we like to rivet. It's funny because we never use these for DIY jewelry making. We use them only in manufacturing. And then we had some sitting at the studio here from Overstock. Or actually it was one of the other studios, not this particular one. And Ainsley's like, oh, I like these so much better.
Yeah.
And I think around the same time, Corian started using them too. Probably for the same reason, like we've got stock in these. And she loved them so much better.
Yeah.
And we're like, dang it, why haven't we used these?
They're so much cleaner
They're
looking.
easier and
They look way better too, in my opinion, because the bevel on it looks more professional to me.
Yeah. Thank you, Taryn and Melissa are commenting with hearts.
All
We
right.
appreciate it.
Let's get our view here a little bit higher. And so now from this point, I would make this based on your own wrist. I wouldn't necessarily just follow what I did because this is going to be, what's best for me. And I have a very small wrist. So you might want to spread it out more, depending what you think looks good on yours. But that is how that kind of looks there. But you will notice, obviously this was meant to be my size, you will notice that these are kind of spaced out in a way so that they are center to where it will sit on your wrist. So you can kind of keep that in mind there. So I'm going to just use this. I'll give you guys kind of like the points that I used, just in case you do want to do what I did. But otherwise, we're just gonna go with the flow. So first, I'm gonna look at this, and I'm feeling like this looks like it's pretty close to this flower here. I'm gonna go right on the petal right there. Not on the center, just on the petal below the center. And this one does take a little bit more elbow grease. So.
Yeah, but it is nice that you can use the hole punch pliers on this.
Yeah.
It saves so much time. Some of our cuffs are too thick. So this was a really nice one to work with.
Okay. And then we'll do our other one, which is just slightly below it. And I'm gonna put it right about the center of that flower. It's looking pretty close. The other thing is you can hold your pieces on there. It's just a little bit tricky to do that, to hold multiple pieces on there.
Yeah,
that's what I did at first when I was like figuring out
Figure
where
out
I
your
wanted
hole placement wanted to be. Yeah. I suppose you could kind of tape them on to get an idea of where you wanted them. Like if you taped them from the back.
I'm just going to stick with these first two, and then I'm going to go in with my other ones. And so we're going to rivet these guys.
My approach is usually like, put it about where I think it needs to go and then pray that it works out, right? And 98% of the time it works. Yeah. There's only that like 2% time when it doesn't.
So
Welcome,
now
Debbie.
that I have these, we're going to go in and start our riveting for those two.
I'm trying to bop it back and forth. But we don't have a tremendous amount of comments from YouTube.
Okay. We're going to thread our rivet through. And our rivet through here as well. Sometimes if it's a little tight, I just use the table to just push it down like that once I have it started. Okay.
Yes, I'll use my pliers sometimes.
Very
too.
important that you put top to bracelet
Can you zoom out just a little
and
bit?
the rivet to the bottom. And so we're going to be riveting on the inside of the bracelet. Keeps the outside looking clean.
Yes, from personal experience, it doesn't work if you do it the other way.
Yeah, don't try and do it. She tried to remove it and then she went to...
Just zoom out just a tiny bit. I find it a little bit somewhat useful to see the whole.
Well, I think it's hard to see if it's zoomed out because that's super quiet. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did earlier. Don't worry about the position of the star yet. We're not gonna completely flatten it out, but we are gonna mushroom it so that the piece won't come off. It probably won't because this is tight, but if you have a little bit of looser piece, like a little looser hole, if you bore it out a little bit more than mine, it's just going to keep it secure so you're not having to thread it through over and over again. So we're going to mushroom the top out.
So Cheryl's asking about the rivets, so I'm going to put them here in the comments, the link to them, if you guys want the link.
Also, just go back and forth from side to side because you have to go in on it at an angle. So I just go back and forth to keep it even. And that's obviously not done yet. But once we get this like decently like done but not completely flat, I do position it. And then I'm going to start going in more. This just takes a while. We have to use our tip because, well, you don't have to, but you're not going to be able to get it as much if you're not using the tip. So if we want a really good connection, the rounded side, not the flat side. Just continue with our back and forth. And so we're getting decently tight now. We still have a little bit. So this is the perfect time for us to position our star here. And so you'll see I have it where I want it to be. This is just kind of pointing to our other hole here. And we can really secure it down at this point. I'm going to be a little bit heavier handed. When I do it at this point. Double check that I got this going exactly where I want it. And then secure this other side in more. This is one of those projects again where I wish I had that tiny little hammer.
I know.
But this is super secure now. And it's not going anywhere. And we're going to go in with our other one now.
So was that your double layered one or is this one?
This is just the one next to the star.
Did one of them have the dragonfly on it?
No, this one doesn't have it on this one. So for this one, I did put my filed edge underneath. I'm having a hard time telling, which means I did a good job. Okay, I know which one side it is. I did position it so that it kind of like went underneath the other one, which is kind of tricky to do, but you make it happen. And if you're having a harder time to get that to go under there, you can lift your star up a little bit and then flip it back on.
I don't know if they can see what you're doing.
just lifting up the edges. I need to flip this to be the right side.
She's just threading it in there for if you guys can't see what's going on.
Yeah, this one's also a little bit tighter. And we're just gonna push it down. There we go. And I probably should have, why did it flip again? Turned not how I wanted it to turn. It's making my life difficult. That is
what happened when I was trying to photograph this cuff, you guys. I could not get it to balance a certain way. And so I ended up having to just like contort myself to photograph it from different angles because I couldn't turn the cuff. I think it was just like the angle of my table or something. Every time I would try to turn it, it would fall over.
So I'm just getting these stacked.
She's just a little sassy.
And
the cuff.
We'll flatten that out a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing we did for the other one. The other thing is you could hole punch it afterwards just to make sure that you have enough room so it's not as tight as this, but it still works this way.
I think for time's sake, we'll probably just do these two on the cuff.
Try and move this guy again. He's wanting to run away from where I positioned him. Ooh, he might be too locked down now. Trying to get him nice and tucked in there.
I like seeing the process of how you overlap these guys. It's pretty cool.
It was a little easier for my other one because it was a little bit more spaced out.
Yeah, a little bit further away.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier if they're a little further away also.
It's good to see the harder way. So you're like, maybe I'll make the pole a little further away. Right?
I had gotten it right the first time.
Yeah.
And so it didn't matter as much because of that, but clearly that's not the case this time. Okay. Now we have our 2 stars, and I wish this guy was would just go where I wanted it to, but it keeps going back. So I think he's decided that's where he's gonna go, so we're gonna leave him there. And that's okay. So there's those stars. Have them overlapped. And we can go in with our other pieces is what we would do.
Do you want to just show them or did you already show them the layout of the other pieces?
No. So you'll just, and I think I got this not quite as twisted as it was supposed to be, but that's fine. Or it shifted a little bit. But this goes here, and this goes here. So you'd have a hole punch here and a hole punch here. And you'd repeat the same exact process, and this is just threaded through 2 pieces instead. There's plenty of room for that. Okay. Set these guys off to the side
Now
here.
for my favorite piece.
Need one of those butterflies.
It should be in there. In your,
No.
No?
It's because there's 2 that gets used.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
This one, we're actually going to use a tool we haven't used in a while.
Ah, the shears. Edward Scissorhands hedge trimmers.
So for this, it's very important that we leave extra. We're not going right down the middle. We're actually going to go and keep part of his body, and we're going to cut off the wing just over the side of his body. Look at that. Those make it so easy. And then I do trim this a little bit because it's very sharp, as you can imagine. So I'm just going to cut this little end off here. Oops, clippers. This one. Yeah, there we go. And then we also would want to file it as well. But I'm going to go to the bathroom. Can you file this while I
Sure.
go to the bathroom? Give me a little break.
Little breather.
Drink too much caffeine too quickly.
I find that happens to me too.
So just file
Hello,
that,
guys.
and that shouldn't take too long.
Okay, so I'm just going to use the vintage file. Make sure I'm on screen here to smooth this out a little bit. Lynn, I thought that this cuff would be right up your alley with the things that you like to create. It's always fun to see what Ainsley creates with the things that I order from the warehouse. So I will get in a batch of things usually, and then Wendy sources some vintage or limited elements, and we mix them all together. And then for this one, I kind of showed Ainsley what I had gotten in recently, and she picked from all of them to create this theme. I thought that these 2 vintage elements felt very Kirks Folly, and she designed so well in that style that I felt like, hey, springboard off of that inspiration. Plus, I think it's really fun how each of the designers have their own style. That's pretty good. So you get to have a little bit of inspiration from each of the design, a little bit of design difference. So you can push yourself out of your comfort zone, and maybe there's one of those styles that you guys identify with more. That's pretty good. What I might do is grab the pieces to demonstrate these earrings really quick. I just need a head pin. So there's one thing that we need to demonstrate from this finished pair of earrings that I created, which is how to mount this crystal, which has a side drill in the bead cap. Oh, I hear her. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's somebody else. Let me just grab a head pin really quick, and then I can do that while we're waiting for her. So it's really pretty simple. I'm just going to move this off to the side so that we can have a clean background. Okay. Okay, so for this lovely pair of earrings that we've got here, this is pretty simple. So we're just going to take our head pin and we're going to string it through the crystal. And then we're going to put this straight up towards the top of the crystal. So we get this kind of following the triangular shape at the top. And then we will string our bead cap right on. Oops, got to make sure that it's through the right hole. That's a little bit off. So let's make sure that we're getting through the center. There we go. So that it fits. Because the idea is to get a really nice snug fit that's not going to move. And we're going to need some round nose pliers. I just swapped out to doing this bead because I had time. I filed it so quickly and efficiently that I was already done. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to trim a little bit off the top, and then we're going to do that coiled loop that I like to do to really secure this down nicely. I'm going to bend that back, and then you're just going to roll this down. You could probably even leave that whole length. But so you're just going to get a really nice, secure bead cap. So it's not going to move at all. It's not going to twist or turn. And then that forms the bottom to this pair of earrings. So you get that nice double loop look. And it's just a nice alternative way to finish off these crystals. So, all right, ready to switch back?
Yep.
Okay. A good prop for a cuff is a paint roller. Tell me what you mean by that, Lisa.
All right. Look at this. So we have this, it's nice and filed down. I'm just gonna flatten this part out a little bit. And I'm going to make my hole punches on my moon piece. Kind of show you what's going on here. So we have a couple hole punches right in here. So I'm gonna do my first one. And my second one. And I do need them to be lined up with where I have it on my piece. So do keep in mind, you know, where you're having your
Would you like the ruler
wing at. No.
to show them the...
I can do that, but
Okay.
it's kind of more lined up with his face.
Ah,
You'll notice the top is by the mouth. Or sorry, the bottom is by the mouth. See how it goes right? That corner of his mouth lines up. And then the top is by...
his eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's by
Yeah, then you probably don't need the ruler
the
besides
top
like
of his eye.
how far apart you put your holes or whatever.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
those are
sense.
just based on the wing. So I just focus on doing my top one first, then we'll do our bottom one. But the holes on the inside are actually in a smaller location, but that's where the butterfly goes.
Gotcha.
So that's why we're doing our hole punches here first, is because we'll do our butterfly afterwards and we'll get that lined up.
Makes total sense.
So we're gonna go in right in down here, going to kind of go into the corner there to be able to get this hole punch in. Really get into that groove there. And we get our hole punch through there. I'm going to do the same thing over here with my second one. And get that hole punch in there. I'm going to try and flatten these out as best as possible so that the holes aren't sticking up as much. I found that it made it a little bit tricky when they stuck up a bit to get it as flush, so I'm taking care of that now. And then remember, we do have to bore these out. To make sure we can fit our rivets in there. So do not forget to do that as well. we're gonna temporarily bend our piece here. So we're gonna just take it to where the body is, go to the end of the body. And I'm going to bend that just like so. But like I said, this is temporary. We're gonna unbend it in a minute here. Then I'm just gonna fix this a little bit so he's sitting how he's supposed to be.
Kat says, I'm here just concentrating. She must have been responding to there's not a lot of comments coming from YouTube right now.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's Melanie Jimenez. I'm guessing these are in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. Doug's not on here to translate for me.
So at this point, we're just gonna have this lined up and we will do our other hole punch. And we can just do our first one with the same method we used earlier, lining it up and using the Sharpie. So I'm going to try and make sure this is where I want it to be, which is kind of like the hardest part.
I told Ainsley that this was the only one that I didn't feel like I could reverse engineer without seeing how she did it. The other pieces I could kind of figure it out, but Lisa probably could. She's got that engineer brain.
Try and get this lined up. This is kind of the trickiest part. I might just set it down on here to do it, honestly. Really get it nice and flat. This isn't quite as flat as I want. So I'm just going to set it down here because I think it's going to make my life a little bit easier to try and get this going here.
To mark it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably tape them together too if you're having a hard time, as in people that are watching. Tape your pieces down before you mark them.
That.
I'm assuming this is
Double
Corian
check.
saying I'm a big fan of adding the wing to the moon. I am obsessed with this idea.
Okay, now I have that one. We're not going to have to worry about marking our other one because we're going to do the same thing as last time, but we'll do it right after we rivet it. So then now that I know kind of the location, we're going to go hole punch that. And we're actually going to re-flatten our piece out because it's going to make it a lot easier for riveting. So just undo your bend that you did to line this up. And also make sure to bore this out.
So if you're making multiples of these, you could use it as a template. And know where your
I would
holes
just keep one. I would keep one that you've done. That's your master.
Yeah.
I
do that for my Etsy shop with popular items. I keep a master set and I use those as a whole template. Lisa says it's fabulous to think of joining dissimilar pieces. Yeah, like a collage, like making a Frankenstein out of something.
And it's very important that we're threading through the inside because it'd be very hard to hammer it in that corner there. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to make sure we thread through the inside here and get that in there.
You guys are getting like masterclass level instruction of riveting here.
Just need to, this one's a little small, I think. Get it in there.
I just love pieces like this because, you know, they take a little bit more effort, but they're so worth it.
So we have this piece and our other piece. And we're going to make sure that we thread this guy through. He's going to be there like that. I'm going to try and pinch them together to be a little bit more flush here. And kind of use 2 pliers to get this wing kind of curving to his curve here. So it's a little more flush there. All right. And then we're going to go in again. Have I been staying on camera? This is a really hard one.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I will tell you. A little bit off at near the end.
Yeah,
there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
I'm just there at the end.
All right. So now that I have this here, we're going to use our corner trick. We're going to line it up right there, and we're going to hammer down this piece. We need to make sure this is nice and...
I would say move your block up just a little bit so it's a little closer to center.
It's hard for me to do that.
Yeah, just like an inch is great, yes.
So we're going to hammer... Actually, I think I cut a little bit off of this just because there's a lot of extra. So we're going to cut a little bit off so we don't have to hammer as much either. And then we're going to... Just getting it enough for the moment, and then we'll position this to be a little bit better. As we go. Okay. We've got that one now. We're going to use this as a little guide for our hole punch for our other one, so that these are nice and flush together. I'm going to just punch through there a little bit. Pull it off. And then I'm going to fix it in a second here. I'm just going to twist this off a little bit. So that we can get the hole punch to go all the way through, because it won't go through the pieces completely by itself.
I think I've never seen anybody use this corner technique before you in riveting. And this is like my industry experience from forever, right? Watching people teach classes. It really is expanding, right? Technique expanding. When you think about, oh, that can't be riveted. Well, yes, it can.
Yeah.
When you think about it kind of inside out and sideways, and it's super cool. So I agree with Lynn. She said this is amazing.
Bend that back. And then pour that out.
Are you on camera?
I think so.
Okay.
It might have not been for a couple seconds when I was trying to get that hole punch.
Sure. Yeah, try to get it bored.
Then we're going to thread through again. Same process. And then we'll tighten up the other one a little bit more.
Once they're both in there.
Yeah.
You find that it helps to have a little bit of wiggle room?
Yes, it
first.
does.
Yeah. So it's like tightening screws, right? You don't want to tighten one all the way down. You want a little bit of play.
Yep.
Jean, I saw that you had done those, done a bunch of older kits. She said, I love your designs. That necklace I posted on DIY was hard, but so worth the work. It is rewarding, isn't it?
Yes.
They are sometimes a little labor intensive, but gosh, stunning, like focal pieces. So you can have those, $250 pieces on your shop, and then like the more basic versions of that. And sometimes you're going to sell those high-end pieces. Sometimes you're going to sell the lower-end ones because they're like, oh, I really want that one, but I can afford this one, and they just want to have something of your work. Or you can just keep it for yourself.
Yep.
That too.
She's
I always like to
pretty
test a
secure.
design that I've made too and wear it and see how wearable it is.
Yeah, now she's pretty dang secure. Just gonna make my couple adjustments here and there.
Cheryl Quinn says, I've never seen that done either. It's really creative technique. Yes. I mean, it really is very, very
Pinch
much so.
down, like we did earlier.
Wait.
We're like this, and we're gonna bend up and back. Using a little extra strength there. Exactly.
Little muscle in it.
And then we have our piece.
Did you see what Jean said? She said, my husband doesn't really care about jewelry making, but saw that one and was like, whoa. Lynn says, this would for sure challenge my riveting skills. I think
This is why we said
it's
this is the
this
level.
is the advanced one, right?
The harder level.
Just make sure, just approach it methodically and a little bit at a time.
Yep.
Yep. And get a pack of rivets, or if you have, make sure you have enough on hand. Because if it goes sideways, you can just cut your rivet out of the piece and start again.
Yep.
Peggy says, and your language. She said, this would challenge your riveting skills and your
you
language.
are left with this other wing here, so you could definitely use this somewhere else for a design as well. I wouldn't waste that.
You could rivet it to a moon that's facing the other way,
Well, no, because
right? No, not that one, but like this one.
But you have to bend it, so it would probably.
Well, no, but like if this piece is flat.
Oh yeah.
So you could
technically do that,
right? Or like a little fairy piece or something else. Or a heart with a wing on it would be really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be cute? Or you could just file it and use it as a charm. You like to clip your dragonfly wings sometimes and do that, don't you? To use them as just...
Yes.
And then
charms.
Peggy's like, no, you're pulling the wings off of the butterfly. I'm surprised I didn't get one of those comments from you. No actual bugs were harmed in the making of this jewelry piece. Comments.
Guys, you have to chop it up. Look at this. You can't help it.
It's just so good, isn't it?
Okay.
So, are we going to get into some painting now? Construction and painting, maybe.
Construction's not that hard.
Yeah, we'll just, describing it. Yeah.
So I'm just going to teach you guys on our... Oh, wait. I'm going to show this one first, just because it's easy. So you're going to get half of this piece. Is it going to come filed down, or they have to file it down?
They'll have to file it, yeah. It'll come just like that.
It's going to come just like this. You'll need to file these ends here. And you're just going to to get these pieces, you're just going to take your chain nose, and you're just going to bend back and forth and back and forth and back and forth right on that seam of the flower. Boom. One piece. Repeat on the other side.
I loved how this creates this little shooting star piece. And I actually did this with my hands too. So you could do it just depending on how much hand dexterity you have, fine motor skills, hand strength.
You just clean it up like so. Some of them are a little bit, depending on how you bend it, it can come off cleaner or less clean.
I did trim some.
But that's how you do those, so just keep that in mind. Obviously file those pieces.
Yeah,
but
file your edges.
Just wanted to show that so you guys aren't confused.
We spent enough time doing the butterfly earlier, filing it. I really got that good.
And then this piece, we're just going to flatten it. I moved it.
Okay. You're like teasing them.
I showed flattening earlier. It's not as big of a deal. But
I know.
Yeah. So we're going to use her for the demonstration. And I'll just describe the rest of them because the rest of them are very basic and you're using all the same colors.
I think I figured out that we're about 15 seconds behind because I watched the timer today.
It varies from live to live.
Yeah. Today we're about 15 seconds off of what I can see versus what Ainsley's doing. So usually she's corrected it already by the time I notice that she's a little bit off screen, but. Do you want, there's a wipe over by you if you want it.
It just has little metal pieces.
Yeah, metal pieces and lint it tends to grab when we're doing this kind of work for whatever reason. Maybe because the bead mat was sitting on it. I don't know.
Just get those off of there. Nice clean surface. And then we're going to go in with our paints here in a second. And I'm going to grab those out. I'm going to let you guys know what those are when that little spot is drying. So we have teal blue, verdigris blue, pale blue, pale yellow,
which we don't use that color a lot, so
iridescent gold, iridescent violet, and I didn't use this, so I don't know if you put that in there.
Oh, I did put it in the set. It was sitting with them.
No, I didn't use it. It's because I tried to do the color match thing.
Let me see if anybody is. I don't know that anybody's ordered that. I could probably change it. Let me see.
But I won't use that, but maybe it comes in the set. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see.
We'll see. If anybody's ordered it, then.
So, these are our colors.
Did you use?
Iridescent green. I did not
green.
Use.
Okay.
I almost used it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to set it off to the side. Okay. Have these nice and mixed up. And we're going to use these colors. I'm going to put them all on my mat besides my iridescents. A nice, cute little view. I need something to poke this out.
Okay, there should be. You just tossed some scraps in here, so there should be. There we go.
Okay. this is
Usually
one of
I
those
find
crappy
it's like
lids.
the after watchers that will tend to buy the paint mixes. What's that?
I don't know what lid you put on here, but
Oh, is it stuck? Here, hand it to me. I'll get it.
yeah. Yeah, that one was super stuck. And then our pale yellow here.
Maybe I just didn't thread it really well.
All right, and we're gonna go, and she is going to be a gradient. I need the finer detail brush. It's not a detail brush, but the smallest of our main pack. Not a detail, but the smallest of the main pack.
Okay. You know what?
Should be in the water.
Recently. Oh, that's one?
Yeah.
How did I do that? I just grabbed it right out.
Can you cut up some of those?
After I fix this. Yes. So just grab, hand it to me. We'll just tear a little bit off for you for the moment, and I will get you a nice set right after I fix this set.
Just drying off my brush, guys. For the moment. Getting it as dry as I can. And this is, who knows what number, because it's worn off at this point because we've used it so much. It's the smallest
one
in that pack. Okay. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and then we're going to go down these colors, and that's going to make it really easy for you guys to know what's in here. We're going to have some slight overlap. And then I just kind of wipe it off like so. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it gets a good amount of this off of there. Continue the color. And we're not even gonna blend it yet, we're just getting it on there. Next color.
Ooh, cool. Lynn said she's watching the men's halfpipe snowboarding finals. The Idahoan is next. My husband has been watching the Olympics a lot lately. And you know what is funny? You know what I have seen him watching a lot and with deep concentration? And also Xavier and Hunter have been watching it. Guess what sport?
They always do every year. He always watches that.
What unlikely sport do you guys think has grabbed their attention? It's not skiing or snowboarding. It's not figure skating.
So we're gonna blend these now. I'm just going back in with my colors, adding more or less to start to get my blend. Oh, this needs to be plugged in.
Okay.
Color as we go. Make sure we get it nice and blended.
I'm actually going to let you plug it in so I don't accidentally turn it off. You guys, that happened to me the other week, and then we had to start over again because I didn't realize where the power button was.
Yeah, just grab it from the top to do it.
There we go.
All right. And I'm going to kind of blend these two together, which is where our hidden special color is, and that's how I figured out that color combination is from this gradient. Really blend these in.
Stephanie, you guessed it right. Points to you. Curling. It's true.
Yeah, Dad's always watched curling a lot. I remember since I was a kid. Okay, now I'm just gonna kind of absorb some of the thicker pools here, pop any bubbles, and then we're just gonna seal that in.
I told him I thought he would be good at curling,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, no, I'm not flexible enough. He's like, do you see the... So we determined that if we created our own curling team with the boys, then, and if you wanted to too, obviously, but they're good at like that bowling kind of motion. that Dad could be the scrubber, the brusher, because he's like so obsessed with sweeping things.
It's really funny.
Isn't it? But it's like, I think it can be like fascinating to see like what all of the technique is, and I don't know why they like it so much. It's funny to me. I agree, Lynn. She said, I love the yellow with these blues. We don't use pale yellow in our techniques a lot, and it is just a game changer with these.
Okay, I'm gonna set this off to the side. We're gonna do one more thing to it in a second, but I do want to show you that cool color combination. And I'm gonna set her to the side. Ooh, she's a little wet on the back.
Oh, I did promise I would give you more paper towel squares, didn't I? You're right?
Yeah, I just dropped that. No! Dropped it again. Ah! The universe said, this
Where did our
is
scissors
not
go?
in your favor. I don't know.
Ah, there they are. They're under the heat tool.
All right.
I saw this meme reel the other day that made me think of myself, because it was saying like how people think an artist studio looks like, and it's all those Pinterest of like really organized stuff. And then they show a pan of their own studio, and then they did a dub in of Danny DeVito saying, "I'm the trash man. I just throw trash everywhere." I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so me.
Look at this color, guys. This is equal proportions. This is just the most beautiful, magical, pastel-y green color. Isn't that stunning? I love that green.
Yeah, and it's a little different than our pale green. It's not the same.
It's more like a warm summer days, like those light greens you get in the trees, but still slightly cool.
Yeah.
Still has that slight coolness
pretty.
to it. But I think it's just stunning. And ow, my earring decided to fall out. I'm very rude of it. And pull on my hair.
I can only wear earrings with, which I'm not today. I'm taking a risk because they always fall on my ears. I have to wear the backs.
To wear the backs too, but
here you go.
here we are.
Here's a nice stack of paper towels.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
You're welcome.
We're gonna just paint this on anything, I guess. Also, the butterfly, I used the same exact gradient as this moon lady that we just did. So the background of the butterfly, that's the same color combination that we just did. I'm just gonna put this green on this piece, and I might do it on another one so you guys can get like a little bit of a swatch of that on some pieces. Oh, I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Oh, this is cut off for you guys. It's in my view, but it was cut off for you. I will show another one. What piece should I use? Let's just use this tiny little dragonfly. Do you mind if I use this?
What is it?
Just the dragonfly?
No, go
your
ahead.
bracelet?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this guy as well.
Someone said, or Lynn said, pale yellow and blue were my wedding colors.
Ooh.
Lynn said, I didn't know
I keep doing it in the same spot so you guys
any
can't
of my
see
artist
it.
friends with a clean creative area. It gets clean. It just doesn't stay that way. I will like down to the minutest detail clean, like major clean, organize, and then it takes about 10 minutes of me making for it to get really messy again. So I don't do that all the time. I do that like once a week. Really get and that's my personal studio. It's more like once a month here that we really put everything away, if that.
Yeah. All right. So that's kind of how that looks. I wanted you guys to be able to see that.
So
but it is such a beautiful color. You just need to know that. You can also go back in on your Moonlight if you want to emphasize this color a little bit more instead of just how it blends naturally. And then we're going to go back on her. We're going to bring out that iridescent that I use so much. So I clean that little area off there.
I usually, if I'm missing something, I can't find it, I won't spend time looking for it. I just clean, and then it just appears.
My bathroom counter gets so messy from my makeup that I literally have to, like, I'm like digging through makeup and jewelry to find, like, this morning I'm like, where is this mascara? I've looked everywhere. I should stand out. It's like a gold bottle, like tube. And I'm like not finding it. It was literally right in front of me. It just was kind of like some other stuff laying on it.
I did
all the time. So we are going to take her and do one final step, and it really just like, oh, she gets even more beautiful.
Is she fully on screen?
Yeah,
right
she
now?
is.
Okay, because I know I'm behind you.
So I'm going to squirt out
aesthetic she is.
Where did you go, my hole poker? Well, here's another one at the very least. Okay. Get some of this iridescent violet. And then we're gonna swipe a generous amount.
Hey, I guess the oldest Olympian is 56, is doing curling. I'll have to tell your daddy still has a chance.
And boom! Wow, she's so magical. She was already magical, but now she's like extra magical.
She's like Xavier's favorite song.
Oh yeah, he does.
It's so cute. He comes home and puts it on and sings it. He's got such a good voice though too. So
beautiful. I love her.
So cute.
All right. We're just gonna talk about these other ones. Oh, I don't even know exactly what I did here.
Wait, I think you need to show like.
I'm gonna show his wing though. I'm gonna show this wing.
Yes. The other ones are pretty much a derivative, like the stars are the same as like the green with some of that layered.
Yeah. This one, I did use that color mix, so I'm going to have to make that again in a second. But we're going to start with all our other colors first. I'm going to pop him down here so he's on camera. And we're going to start with that darkest color towards the center. And we're going to progressively go lighter.
Now these are vintage stampings, the moons are, and I'm going to try to get you guys the ones, send back the ones that are in this coppery color. I think we have like 20 of them that are in this color range.
Looks like that mixed kind of well. You can go directly in with the color, or you can just mix them right on the piece. It mixed really well this time.
That's just magic.
So we're going to blend those a little more, add some deep tones as we want them. I'm going to kind of make it so it bursts with the deep tones, so like a curve there a little bit. Tap this a little bit so I can add more variation there. And really get that deep tone in there. Actually, I have to put some more out on my mat there.
Cheryl, I did something recently as well as far as like categorizing a lot of my stampings by just a couple of groups, and it has helped a lot.
Okay, and then he is both the teal blue and the verdigris, and I just kind of lightly put it on there, wiped it off, lightly put it on there, wiped it off.
You could probably dry,
yeah, I'm gonna
dry your
him.
ring and then do his face. Will you want this brush again for his face? Okay.
Dry him.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with this gradient color. It's so pretty. And I love the way the antiques just settle into the details of this butterfly. You don't really have to work hard to get it to stand out.
Do want him to cool down for a couple seconds. We're not trying to go with our heat fuse this time. So don't forget that if you heat up a piece, it will heat fuse to it. So wait a couple seconds if that's not what you're going for.
So would you say that we're starting to wind down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to let Corian know to be on standby.
Yeah, because everything else is going to be explanation after this. All right. He's still pretty warm. Guys, that's one of the John Cena theme song is one of my things that I just will randomly vocally stim with. It just is always in the back of my mind.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's still warm, but it's whatever. I'm going to do a really quick layer and wipe off. As you can tell, I'm not really being too particular about it.
We have a limited quantity of this moon. So we don't sell just him. It's a vintage stamping, like old stock.
Make sure that doesn't stay on
So
there.
the only way you can get it for right now is the bundle.
Just a quick wipe off there. Dry brush wipe off, and then we're just going to add a little bit of the verdigris as well. Do a quick wipe off as well. And there we go. And I did also, I'm going to dry him really quickly, but we'll also just shine him up to really pull out his facial features. Give him some highlighter. Because it is kind of like that. I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay. He got
You can give him a little makeup.
He got highlighter here. His eyebrows are highlighted. The tip of his nose is highlighted. He's got to make sure he looks good. We all stare at him in the middle of the night. I'm just going to go in and
Wait,
like a relieving block.
You didn't use the iridescent green, right?
No.
Because that's one I took out of the kit. So Cheryl says, I have a tendency to stay away from yellows, but you've inspired me to try using them. It looks really pretty.
Yeah. It's just like, I feel like if you're using, I feel like people aren't super drawn to yellow, but in the combination with other pieces, it can be just absolutely stunning as an accent.
For sure.
Ta-da! Now he's glowy. Got that
Nice.
glazed donut makeup.
So he has this kind of coppery, that's real age. So I'm going to try to make sure that the ones that we send back have this kind of coppery tone to them, because there was a mix of them in this batch that we got. But I'll try to get the ones that are coppery.
Yeah. Also, another thing, if you find that your piece is slightly loose, for whatever reason that happened to me on this guy, all I did is I went in and, like if it wiggles ever so slightly, I went in with my silicone brush, if I can find it, I went in with my silicone brush and some resin to just really lock them in there. And I just went in here like so with resin. And then I wiped off the excess and sealed it in. And it removes any wiggle, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you're having a hard time, still rivet it because you don't want it to pop off, but that will really extra secure it down, so you're not worried about that.
So I'm just waiting for Corian to comment here that she is ready to do.
I do have to send her the.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that she is available. So there's a few things that we can still go over, which is
We'll go over construction,
yeah.
but let me just send the link to her right away.
For sure. Here for a second. Okay, she said she is ready. And she is in the middle of sending you the link, Corian. So while Ainsley is showing the construction of these pieces, remember to heart react or love react to the live so that you can get entered into this giveaway. Remember, we're giving away some of the demo pieces from today. So if you want to be entered, and the only thing you need to do to qualify besides the heart is have an open order on vintage.com. Besides hearting it. So, yes.
I just want to just kind of clean this up. Get all this garbage out of the way. Yeah, it's gonna get your ASMR. Watch me clean it while we wait for her to join.
No.
Oh, there she is. Yay.
So good to see you guys.
You cut out there for a second, so they might have not heard you for like part of it.
Let me tell you what. These 2-ounce bottles of paints and the way we have to ship these things, Uncle Doug is so lucky he's not here today.
Oh, no.
Because Corian is shipping out the paint release 2-ounce bottles. And let me tell you what. We are putting cardboard on the top and the bottom and folding it over so we ensure that the lids don't break and everything's sealed and they're, sitting how they're supposed to be. And so it takes a little bit longer to ship those, but I am getting everybody's orders out hopefully today by the time that so. Just wanted to let you guys know that your 2-ounce paints are coming, your live shop orders are coming, and retail and wholesale orders are also coming. So we just kind of busted everything out today.
Awesome.
And I had just a little bit of time to get rid of. So I don't think people understand quite how fast we are going through product. With doing our discounts and the live shop. So while everybody is getting their love reactions in, I'll give everybody about another 30 seconds left. I wanted to show you how much more open my room has gotten by getting rid of 4 shelves. Bye-bye shelves. Isn't that crazy? 4 shelves worth of product we no longer have in back stock. So you guys, this product that we're putting on vintageliveshop.com and these kits and stuff, they're really important to get because you won't be able to get them on sale unless we run a sale on vintage.com in the future. So
we'll have
just
to
so
make
you
sure
guys
we fill that back up for you, Corian. With some new offerings.
Yep. We have plenty of room for those. Don't worry. But we needed to get rid of the 4 shelves. I have probably another 2 empty shelves that we left in here just for new product and things. So, all right. Let's get my Facebook here refreshed and then we'll pull the love reactions in and then we will do the drawing. So did I hear you correctly when you said that you are giving away some of the pieces that you have made today? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Are we
Spinning
gonna
the
do
wheel for?
one or?
So I think what we'll do, because these are so special, you guys, I think we're gonna do the half riveted cuff. We're gonna do the we're gonna do, how many do you have there? How many pieces do you have in your
3
hand?
in my hands.
3 in your hand. Should we do 3, or do we want to do 4?
I think 3 is better
3.
than
Okay.
the half.
So we're
one.
gonna do 3. We're gonna pick 3 names. So we'll run it 3 times, and we're gonna give away 1 for each of these pendants.
We're gonna do this guy first, the moon guy first. So I'm gonna pop
The
that up so you guys can see. We're gonna do this piece first here. And so whoever wins on Corian's scroll here is going to get this one. Let me pop us both back up now. Okay.
And I am recording the names and the pieces here. So when you guys ship stuff here, then I'll know who won what and et cetera, et cetera.
Perfect.
All right. We'll go for the first spin. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, I like your background.
Thanks. It was called Birth of the Universe.
Ooh, Stephanie got it.
Which I actually just shipped out like 4 of her orders, but I know she put in an order for the newest kit, so she will be able to claim this one.
Perfect.
So let me write down Stephanie.
I'm going to show, we're going to do this riveted butterfly with the angel and dragonfly. This will be our next one.
Butterfly, rivet. Okay. Close. Let me get rid of Stephanie's name here since she already won. Usually it takes them out, but there we go. All right. Spin number 2. 1, 2, 3. Leslie Rose. And she's also pretty good about getting in orders to claim her giveaways, so. Nice, nice. What was the last one, Ains?
Then we have this flattened and painted lady in the moon.
Painted P60. All right, there we
back
go.
when the numbers were easy to memorize.
Right?
Back when Wendy and I were giving them the numbers.
Yeah, and then it got really weird, and then I started doing it again, and then we're going back to easy.
Yeah.
So
it makes a difference with being able to remember them, doesn't it?
It really does. All right, for our third spin. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we have candy.
So we will send these guys back.
These are coming. Actually, hand them to me, and I'll put them in my tray, because everything that's going back to the HQ is coming home with me, so I can pack it up and ship it before the post office closes today, guys. It's always a mad dash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just want to secure that one a little more.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget that I have my Vintage Stash review next week, and I will see you guys later.
Bye, Corian. All right. Let's go back to this view. We're going to go over construction very quickly before we go, and then we're going to show it on as always. So for this one, 2 earrings, you're just going to flip this bottom part for the other side. And so you have her, we painted her. You do a little dangle, you hole punch and do your dangle here with your bead. Add the star. This has iridescent gold on it, so you do a layer of iridescent gold, dry it. Or actually, you do your iridescent violet dot, dry it, then you do your iridescent gold around that. Dry it. These ones are that color mixture. So that green that we made earlier, you do one layer, dry it. Plop a little drop of a circle of iridescent gold right in the center there. You'll see that little dot there. And then you're going to do dots, dot, 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 dot on each of the tips of the iridescent violet. And then same thing on the other side. She's just mirrored with the exception of that one piece because we only have her in one direction that I know of. So
yeah, but she, you know, with the flattened pieces, I a lot of times will just turn it over and paint the other side.
I don't think it looks like clear enough for this one, which is why I didn't do it for this one. Okay. Then you showed these earrings already. It's just like a hole punch. And what did you do for the paint?
Yeah, so I used all of your colors. These already had a layer of pale pink on them. But I think you can get that same look with so it's just got verdigris and your iridescent violet.
Perfect. And she went over that other part.
I was wondering if you left a loop on those stars to rivet them together.
That's exactly what I did. So these stars you just stack up and you rivet them all together through the loop there. They all have iridescent gold, one layer. I liked the cracking on this one, so I just heated it up real nicely. Then all the iridescent violet on the outside. We saw how to do the moon. Just adds up extra hole punches to the top there and one to the bottom for these other components. And some basic construction here, a hammered star. Basic construction here. This is just wrapped with a little bit of wire there. Some thin gauge of wire. And some little tendrils.
And I think you already kind of went over the placement of everything on the cuff already.
Yes. And then we have one more necklace. You guys are actually going to get the natural brass variation of this piece here. We just didn't have it at this studio. So this will be natural brass. You hammer this both sizes. Then you paint it with your colors. This is just the pale blue and the verdigris. And then you add your pieces here.
Are you on screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you add your stars here. Just hole punching. This is just the plain green that we made earlier and a dot of the gold in the center there, of iridescent gold. Add those, and then the other side is the same but mirrored. And I think that's all for construction. And we're going to do on. So let me take off this necklace here so that we get a nice good view. And then my personal earrings as well.
It's fun to see how many of these creations end up in your regular wardrobe rotation. Yeah, a lot.
You guys should recognize these from stuff we've done before.
Okay, this one I feel like looks even better on than it does laid out.
Okay. Have that piece. Then you can zoom in on that.
Did you do this outfit like this on purpose? Or did it just work out that it's so good that way?
Kind of worked out, but I did keep in mind like what I was wearing as well. So I can stand up for a second so they can see this. You can zoom in on that.
If you wore that inside your collar too, it would probably hang.
It is inside my collar.
No,
if it was outside.
It's outside the collar, right? Yeah.
It's yeah. It would hang lower if it was inside.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a longer chain. And then we'll do earrings.
This is like perfect with your outfit today. She just knew. I'm almost kind of sad that it's too cold out to do our model shots because these just look so good.
You zoom in.
So good on. When it gets warmer out, you guys will get some nice photographs again of the jewelry on. But I'm a baby when it comes to the cold, guys. I just am. Sorry.
Alrighty. And then we have one more pair of earrings.
I thought these two would look good in a second hole if you were doing both and you wanted to like just a really loaded up look because it's vertical enough. But they are significant enough on their own and they're nice and lightweight. But they're a good complement to add a little bit of sparkle.
And last but not least, you already know this is going to end up in my rotation a lot.
Yeah.
I have another cuff on right at the moment from our demos.
They're so comfortable and easy to take on and off.
They are.
And just add to your stack.
They are. And I love the cuff stacking the cuffs up. I've been doing the other cuff with a different cuff I have, and it's perfect. So definitely get that while you can.
All right. Well, maybe I will zoom out a little bit so I can say goodbye with you.
You want to zoom in slightly more so the iPad's not.
How's that?
Yeah. I'll just okay. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget, as always, to join Corian on Wednesday.
Yes, and if you are part of the masterclass, she is doing her stash review Monday. So make sure you're using your rewards points, and if you bought anything today, you're going to earn it no matter what. Just if you're part of the Backstage Pass, remember you get double points. So these bundles are a great deal, but also when you use your points, then they're an even better deal.
There are limited numbers and limited exclusive pieces in there because some of them are vintage.
Yeah.
So also keep that in mind. But don't forget to join her on Wednesday for all her goodies. And we will be here back on Friday as well with another really awesome theme I'm excited for. I still have to design for it, so we'll see how it comes out. But
well, we're also getting the warehouse loot.
To
design with soon. That might be what next week is.
All right.
Because I think that I just saw a shipping notification. So that might be waiting for us.
Exciting.
So.
All right, guys. All right.